Empaths are so notorious for overgiving and overextending. You want to know why? It's because we can deeply feel for other people. So when other people have other needs that aren't being met, or they just aren't receiving support that they need in that moment, guess who steps up a lot of the time? That's right. It's us. There are other things that contribute to us overgiving and overextending, like our upbringing, gender roles we were taught, religion, and who knows what else. And you know what else contributes to an empath overgiving and overextending? Childhood trauma. Because a lot of empaths didn't have their needs met, especially their emotional needs met. So what does this end up doing? Well, we try to give to others what wasn't given to us. So we're there constantly being there to support them and loving on them and holding space for them and just like doing whatever we got to do to be there for them, because we don't want them to feel the way that we felt, right? And a lot of times this will lead an empath to their demise, because the empath will give and give to the point of burnout and resentment. That was definitely the case for me, and I talked a bit about it in the video that I did on why people always go to empaths to tell them their problems, so I'll link it down below. Thankfully though, through lots of deep inner work, shadow work, inner child healing, I don't fall into this trap of overgiving and overextending nowhere like I used to before. I personally had to release a lot of guilt and shame around not constantly being there for people, not constantly solving their problems for them, constantly holding space for them every time they went through some stuff. I had to learn how to set boundaries and how to be so much more discerning of how much of myself I give to other people. It's been a journey, and I thought I was done with my old ways of overgiving and overextending, but recent situations have shown me otherwise. I'm becoming aware that this is a constant practice, and the more that I increase my awareness around situations where my desire to care so much and to give so much of myself is triggered, I can reel that back in and get a good handle on it so that I don't give to the point where I end up getting burned out and resentful. Because some people will take advantage of an empath's caring and generous nature and will ask of the empath to give until the empath is totally depleted and burned out. But then other people who are not doing it from malicious intent, they're just unconscious and unaware, they'll just ask and ask and ask because the empath just keeps giving. And in that case, it's not necessarily their fault, even though they could look out for the fellow empath and be like, yo, I think you're giving too much here. But whatever, regardless of that, it's the empath's responsibility over themselves to take care of themselves and to speak up and set boundaries and put limits where needed so that they don't fall into these traps of overgiving. I hope that this helped you today. If you have any questions about becoming an empowered empath, let me know in the comments, and you can always sign up for my New Earth Empath program in my link.